Sandy with Country Cooking with Sandy Marie. Tonight I am making my chili, so join me in the kitchen and let's get cooking. I am making my chili with 3 meat. This is ground lamb. Just season it with some beef and some garlic powder. I brown it on both sides. I've already seared my beef the same way. Just put a little salt on it, some oil, brown it on all sides. We're not cooking it on. I have some ground pork in here. And I'm just going to pinch it some pepper. A little garlic powder. Just going to sear it up on both sides and put it in the bowl with the other 2 meats. Give it a little stir, get the seasonings mixed in. Now just let it sit right there and don't flip it until it's nice and crispy on the bottom side. I have all the meat seared on both sides. Stew beef, ground pork, and ground lamb. If you have a good butcher, you could ask them to grind the meat into like the thick grind for chili. I'm just gonna put the meat in my pressure cooker. I deglaze the frying pan with a can of beer. My video wasn't working and I didn't realize it, but I used Harpoon IPA once the meat was all in that bowl. Poured it into the pan and just deglaze the pan with all the meat drippings. All the meat and the beer are now in the Insta pot. Now you're going to take 1 can of adobo chilies. It's a chili pepper that is an adobo sauce. I chopped it up a little bit and pour that right over the top. That gives you a nice smoky pepper flavor. Instead of dicing all those peppers, onions, garlic, and tomatoes, I'm just going to use a can of my homemade salsa. Use your store-bought stuff if that's what you have. For a little extra heat, I have a jalapeno and a habanero pepper. Diced into the pot. Here is 6 ounces of tomato paste. Put that in. Get all the liquid out of the adobo with peppers. Now we have some cumin. You want 1 teaspoon of the cumin. Over the top. Now I have some chili powder. I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of that in. Generous tablespoons. I am going to wait till last to put my beans in. You don't have to use beans if you don't want to. Now you're going to take tortilla chips, a good handful, crunch them up. You'll notice I didn't add too much salt. The process of cooking this meal and searing the meat because the chips have plenty of it. I'm going to add about a half a cup of beef broth. Just going to give this a stir. Okay. I'm putting my Instant Pot on, and then I'm going to put it on for 25 minutes. It's starting. See, I turned it on. What I did was hit manual button for 25 minutes, and as soon as it reaches temperature, it will start. Stop the 25 minutes of pressure cooking. I'm just going to give it a stir. It smells really good. Now I'm going to add a can of pinto beans. My dog wants to play. Give it a stir. I'm just going to slow cook it for about 3 hours. How good does that look? Yummy! I will bring you back when it's time to plate up. We have some amazing flavorful chili. It's tender, juicy. Meat is so tender it just falls apart in your mouth. Top it with some cheese. A little bit of cilantro. Green onion. and some sour cream. Husband doesn't like sour cream. Right. This is Sandy from Country Cooking with Sandy Marie. I'll see you next time when I'm cooking in the kitchen or growing in the garden. Thanks for watching.